Hello, everyone. Welcome to Timeless Voyager, where the knowledge is timeless and you are the Voyager. I am your host, Bruce Stephen Holmes, so buckle up because today's ride may be a bumpy one. Now, my guest today is Les Durrant, coming to us from Mineral Bluff. It's near Blue Ridge in the beautiful mountains of Georgia. Now, Les says that he is an accomplished ghost and UFO hunter. He says that in 2021, he discovered a method to record ghosts and UFOs and has over 40 recordings. Some of these UFOs we will be seeing today on Timeless Voyager. Les has given his work to MUFON, which was confirmed as unknown to MUFON and the U.S. Air Force. He wants to teach people the method he has developed so anyone can do it. Les says, I am not selling it. That's not what this is about. And that's a relief, isn't it, folks? He says he just wants more people to learn about it and be able to record these UFO and ghost experiences for themselves. He is featured in a 6-part documentary called Encounters, the complete interviews. You can check it out now on Prime Video. So let me welcome today's guest, Les Durrant. Welcome to the show, Les.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for all of your viewers and listeners. I'm really excited to show you the evidence that I have. And earlier we showed it to each other, and I think that you're really going to like it. And like you said, I really appreciate the fact that you told people about, my style, and that, it's not for sale or anything like that. I want to be able to teach people how to do it, and anybody can do it, really, especially if you have any old cell phones or even an old 4K camera, or just something laying around the house. Maybe you've got an old camera you're just not using. That's what it's all about. And if you need more help, you can always contact me and I can walk you through how to set it up. I even have a pre-made PDF file I can even send out as well. So yes.
Yeah, and we'll put those in the description
Sure.
on the YouTube video so people can actually see some of these other links that you provided me with. They can look those up. And I want to tell the viewers and listeners, this is an important show that we are doing here because, first of all, in the world of doing programs like this, every once in a while somebody cancels at the last minute. And not only did I have a cancellation for today's show, but I didn't know what I was going to do. And then I contacted Les and I asked him, could he somehow be part of the show? Would he be willing to work really fast to put something together? And I appreciated the fact that you came on so quickly, and I want the viewers and listeners to know what a great person you are for that. So I appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
All right. Thank you. All right. So we have some really nice videos to look at today, and these are of UFOs that you have taped, or I don't know, I guess taped is no longer a term, but you've got recordings.
Yeah. Yes, we did. Yes. And so I'm using a few different pieces of equipment. There's one, it's a triangle UFO, and I used this camera right here. This is a 4K camera, and they're actually pretty inexpensive. And down under here is where you put your SD card. And now here's the thing that you have to remember is that the battery's going to run out. So what I do is I'll take my USB, plug it right in here. See, just like that. Yeah, do right there. And then I will take an extension cord and plug it in that way. So that way it stays going, and I can record literally for about 5 hours or more, depending on how big the drive is. And it's great at cutting the files in half. So they're about 17 minutes based on this equipment right here. And then otherwise, I will use my own camera now, or not my own camera, but my own cell phone. And all of my cell phones have Velcro on the back. And then I have an opposite side right here on an old door hinge. And you can tell I've got some dogs up here. Got a husky and a coonhound. But this is just an old door hinge because I use what I have. And that's really the way that we do it up here. We just use what we got. And probably the most expensive thing out of all the kit would probably be the Velcro, getting it at your big department store, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so you put this on here. Then at any time, I can pop this on here like this, aim it up to the sky, and then shoot from there. And it's set up. Yeah, so see how it holds my phone? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this on my porch or set this on the fence. If you got a fence and you're just going to aim it up to the sky. So just like that, let's say that my ceiling fan is the sky. Okay, you just let it roll. You're going to hit record and just let it roll.
So, the first thing that you're telling everybody, which I think is really important for everybody to know, including me, is that you are setting the camera up for an hour or whatever the number.
Yes, correct.
And then you're going to view it later to see if you found anything.
Correct. Yes. So the majority of these videos that you're seeing today have been recorded in this fashion. So now here's the other thing is that if you look behind me, I also do ghost hunting stuff, but see, there's a phone, there's a phone, there's a phone. So these are all old phones that our family has acquired or decided to upgrade to this one. This is a Samsung S22, which I love, but I'm not going to leave this outside all day long. But I'll tell you some really neat things for it. So you can use any of these old cell phones. And if you've got an old iPhone, more power to you, because even an iPhone 5 will, and I'm going to get technical, maybe possibly for you, will record at least 1920 by 1080p, which is great. That's an HD. But the good thing about it is it could record 60 frames a second. The more frames per second, the better. You get a smoother frame of motion. So what this camera does right here is it gives me more space. Okay. The iPhone 5 will do that, but the iPhone doesn't have SD cards like this does. So that's where your give and take is. And, so
everybody's sitting on their seats. They want to see a picture.
Yes, of course. Right. Yes. Okay. So speaking of which, let's look at something from this video, from this camera right here. We're going to look at the, I call it the triangle video. We're actually going to look at the full video. You're like, oh, whoa, just like that. Hey, right there. And see, I lift my hand. So right here. Okay. What is that? Well, let's take a look. I'm going to share the whole screen like this. Now I'm going to press the E button. Okay. And the Alt button with the up. And let's take a look at this right here. Okay. We're going to inspect that just a little bit more. Say, well, that does look kind of strange. Good thing is we can rewind time. So I can go 1 frame at a second like this, 1 frame at a time. Now that sure does look odd, doesn't it? Okay, now let's kind of go back a little bit. Okay. Here's the thing that comes up behind the tree, starts off looking sort of like a bird, but ends up looking more like a craft. And that's what they do. So let's go in further. Okay, I'm going to bring this up right here. There we go. Okay, and this is a very common area of the sky. So this is aimed. Ooh, that's, every time I look at this, it looks a little bit different every time. You can actually see it leaving just a little bit of a trail, and oh, look at that. Looks like a little bit of a triangle in there. And there we go. Okay, so now let's go wide on it and watch the whole thing. Okay, and here goes. Gone. Okay, now let's go back a little bit because we can rewind time. And we know that it's at the top. Now, anybody with an old computer can do this. It's pretty easy. Most computers will handle this player pretty well. And most computers will also handle the film that you're going to put into it or the video. All right, there we go. Very interesting. So now I'm going to use the greater than. And we're going to go back. There we go. And I'm just going to let that sit.
What is the closest we can get to that?
Here's the thing. Let's do this even better.
I know it'll get pixelated, but I'm just saying so that we can see how close we can get.
Yes. So SM Player will only go so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a print screen. Okay, so now I'm using another free program called IR Fan View. And or you can use another free program called GIMP. GIMP is great too. GIMP is very feature heavy. Okay, so there we go. And so that's what we're looking at right there. Now, I ask people if there's anybody out there who's good at maybe maybe focusing this for me using AI or using any other program. That would be fantastic. I want more people on my team. Let's take a look at another one. This is going to be my second unknown. This is at my mom's house.
Now, when you use the term unknown, what do you mean?
Yes, unknown basically means that what you do is whenever you send it off to MUFON, and MUFON is the Mutual UFO Network, and what that is they've gone through their field investigators, and they've gone through all of their booklets and all of their knowledge and said, you know what we're seeing right here is unknown to anything that we've ever seen before.
So it's not in their database.
It's not in their database. That's exactly right. Okay, and this right here is at my mom's house. Okay, now this is the video that is actually on my YouTube channel, and this is Pink Object rolls in Mineral Bluff, Georgia, and most of these are in Mineral Bluff, Georgia. So let's kind of bring this down a little bit and let that play right. Oh, what is that? I'm going to do a print screen over here. So let's bring this down and we'll take a look at it. In fact, we probably could do it on the other one, but let's do this one right here. Okay. And I'm going to bring this right here and let's do that and print screen. Okay. Now that we got this, it's over here in Photoshop, but so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to come over here to my image and let's do some adjustments. So we're going to do the levels right here. Okay. And let's see what we can, oh, look. Oh, ooh. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. So what do you think about that?
I'm the only one here that's going to answer.
That's okay. No, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. What do you think about that?
All right. So can you make it bigger? Or you can do.
I can make, yes. Oh, definitely. Yeah. So we're going to do image and then let's do a view, zoom in. Okay. And that's zoom in. Boom. All right. And let's take this over here and then view, zoom in again. Now you would think I would know how to do this by now, but okay. So there we go. Now my question once again would be for somebody to say, well, this is how you focus it better. And this is how you can bring this out and bring that out.
Well, I think in Photoshop, go to filter. Okay. And then you go down the line, you'll see sharpen.
Ah, okay.
And if you go to smart sharpen and just click that one alone, that will probably change it pretty dramatically.
Okay. Let's yeah, we're gonna hit save. Okay, cancel. Yeah. Let's hit okay. All right. And then filter sharpen. Okay, yes. And sharpen edges?
Smart sharpen.
Smart sharpen. Oh, okay.
And then just starting there, just click OK, see what it'll give you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's a little bit. Now you can go into sharpen, and you can actually change the variables.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, all right. Oh, right under here. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here. Oh. Okay.
Now that picture, if it, in the lower corner, left-hand corner, probably tell you what percentage you're at.
Oh, right here, the 89%.
Yeah, like you could make that. You can move it, or I mean, you can. I'm talking about right now. You have a very small. This is a little geeky stuff here for people that are
no, this is cool. Well, no, this is good because I'm actually learning quite a bit here from you. And I can move that here. Yeah, see, it's been, you got to remember, it's been that many years too since I've been using it. But just by looking at that, yeah, now here's what we could do. I mean, we could go back and we could always look at that other one from the triangle too.
So you can save that. You can save that one.
Yes.
And then remember you were talking about, I don't know what these lines are. Well, it looks like those lines are either smaller blobs or an outline of a triangular craft. I don't know what that is. Yeah,
no, I don't either. And I can see exactly where you're talking about too. You can let me zoom in again. Let's see, control plus. Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's it. I just gotta get back on the horse again on this right here because I've got, I actually have all the Photoshop books and everything that come with this, so I need to get back into learning. So let's do that.
The point is, here's what's good about it. The point of this is that, well, if you could leave it back where it was a minute ago.
Oh, no. Yeah, yes. There we go.
Let me zoom in. Was that this is an example of a dot that people might have thought was a bird or some innocuous thing, and yet when we enlarge it, when we work with it,
yes,
to our amazement, we have this incredible example. Okay. An incredible example of something that does not look worldly, but rather otherworldly. I'm not trying to make it into something that it might not be, but at the same time, it's not a bird, and it's certainly not a plane like we know. So this is a beautiful example of what you're talking about, and it was all done because you had the patience to have a camera out there.
Yes.
Viewing the sky, because I think a lot of people, when they think about hunting UFOs or hunting ghosts or whatever, that they're going to take their camera in their hand and they're going to go out there and they're going to just stand there or sit there for a while and see. And what you're saying, which is really important, is that no, this is how you really do it.
Correct.
Lump of time, maybe 2 or 3 hours. And then when you've got the time to spend, you then go over it and over it and over it and start investigating the different little blobs and things that you see. Right.
And I've used a Windows. Here's the thing. I've used a Windows 7 computer with 8 gigs of RAM. That's geeky again. But if you find out, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I've got at least that. Even an old laptop. And then now you might be thinking, okay, how do I get this out of my phone? Well, that's another easy thing you can do. The simple thing to do is just to take your little your SD wire, or no, I'm sorry, not your SD wire, your little USB wire, and then you just pop this in there, and that's not the one, but just a USB wire. Plug that into your phone, and then your phone will come up on your desktop. or on your laptop, and it'll say, it'll give you a list of folders. Then what you're going to look for, and you might want to write this down, is called DCIM, DCIM, DCIM. That's where all of your videos and everything are kept. And then it may even be under the name of the camera that you use on your phone. That's fine. Then you look it in there, you transfer it over, and then you have to, yes, you do have to sift through it, but the faster your computer is, the faster you can sift through it. And then you just kind of hold it down using the SM player, and you go through there, and then you saw how I stopped it because I saw a dot on the other one. And then any of that, it's all up to you, because whatever you find, that's your find. I just get maybe better results because I'm using a gamer computer now, because that's kind of what I spend my money on. Is that I'm 59 years old, and I tell people I don't play games, so it just gives me a better view of the craft, and I can do that. And I really appreciate your time and showing me how to do this, because it takes many eyes to look at this and say, hey, I didn't see that, or did you see that other thing going by? Now let's go ahead and close this out so we can go back. But you saw how I saved it, and it was pretty easy. Now I'm going to bring this back. Okay, so here's the thing that we just stopped. Now this is the edited version of the one at my mom's. So there we go, and that's it. And look at all those different pieces. So there we go. Now see how it changes? Now I'm using the, I think this is the greater than, the one with the period. This is what I'm using, and it's morphing. But if you look over here, there's something over here.
Now that's an important point. So tell people what morphing means.
Morphing means changing.
Well, I mean, I know that, but within the context of a UFO, because
of a UFO, yes. So a lot of these
UFO to look a certain way, and
right.
We all know now, we're learning that they look a certain way for a moment, and then they can look a different way after a while.
Yes, correct. Yeah, and sorry, I just got kind of distracted because I'm going to show you something here in a minute. So I've also been told that sometimes what you see is not all of it. There's actually more. So that's why I'm kind of freaking, because watch this. Boom, this over here came up, and I noticed that this little black spot came up. So, all right, so let's do this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the print screen real quick. All right, and I'm just going to print screen. There we go, of UFOs. Now, here is what I was talking about. Now let's watch this again. See how quick?
A lot of these UFOs are traveling 10 to 50 times faster than our fastest jets.
Yes.
Without, let me just say it this way. A human being cannot withstand the G-forces that we're going to see all the time in these purported UFO sightings.
Correct.
A human being can't do that. For example, when a UFO does a 90-degree turn, a human being would explode inside.
Right. That's right.
We don't know exactly what's going on, whether there's anyone driving these things or not. But if there's somebody driving them, then we have to suppose that it's not going to be material like our physiologies are made out of, or they have been able to create some kind of an atmosphere inside the vehicle that somehow withstands G-forces. I know these things are probably not readily interesting to most people, but for those of you who like to know about UFOs and ufology, these are the kinds of things that scientists never really talk much about. I don't know why they should, but I just wanted to bring that up. Okay.
No, that was great, and that was a perfect explanation as well, and that's why you're hearing me agreeing with every single thing that you're saying. Yes, that's completely correct. So you brought about something about what they look like and how they act, and that brought me to this. So this right here is one of my better ones. I think I want to say this is probably my favorite one right here. This is on my YouTube channel. This is Cloaked UFO over McKaysville, Georgia. And
now, when you use the term cloaked, why do you use that?
Yes. So the cloaked means that it means that you can't see it. You can't see the rest of the craft. But I didn't know this was cloaked until I got this computer, and I'll show you why it's cloaked at the end and why I say that it is cloaked, if that makes sense. And let's get to that point first, and we'll get back to that in a minute. Okay. So it puts this into perspective, actually. Okay, right here. See? Now, this is the end. If you look at this, you don't see it bobbing. You don't see the rest of the craft until there. Remember
what is that bell shape, that thing? What is that? What is that supposedly?
Do not know. I've had people say, "Oh, well, that's a Chinese lantern." Yeah, but that right there ain't. And then here's the first part of the video that you don't get to see. Right there. It's going up. And then see, if you rewatch the video, you're like, oh, look at it floating with it. So yeah, so if we could, I mean, if I did a print screen of this, or if you did, you can do a print screen of it if you want. I'm just telling your listeners too.
Why don't you go ahead and do a print screen of it just so that we can illuminate it a little bit to see what.
Yeah, we might be able to bring that out. So yeah, let's try to bring that out. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let me move this up a little bit. And actually, no, because that's probably the max of where we're at. All right, so I'm going to, because I don't want to lose this bottom part. So let me do a print screen. Here we go. Bam. Okay. Now I'm going to come over here. So, all right. Now this is pretty dark. So we need to probably image lighten, right? Or brighten.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's.
You've also got one there called hue, or let me think.
Oh.
Do you see that up there?
Hue. I've got hue saturation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can change that also if you want.
Okay. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring this out right down here. But yeah, that may. And I appreciate you letting me show you how to do this. Thank you so much. This is, I think, a good way for people to learn too. Okay. Okay, you can see that you can see something down here. So now when you go back and you watch it, this is either being projected from it. When I mean projected, I mean somebody's like, it's like you have a movie projector and it's shooting it out. If that makes sense.
Possible holographic projection.
Yes. Right. Now, let's go back and think about what you just said. Let's put your theory to the test. Let's go back and do it. That's the fun part about this. So let's put that into perspective. Here goes. See? Wow. That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it?
Or it's a rocket of some type, because I noticed that there were like 4 possible engines on the bottom of it that just came on.
Okay, now here's
How they
yeah.
lit up.
Now here's the other thing. Here's the other thing is this. Okay, so this is I shot this with a 10X.
Well, can we enlarge that?
Yes. So I'm going to view zoom in. Okay, control plus plus. Let's do that again. Control plus. Fortunately, this is going to be a lot easier to do because I can just come over here and bring that down. Oh, that's a little too much. Let's go. Control minus. There we go. Okay. How about that?
Well, it's a bell-shaped something.
Yes.
Might be picking up sunlight. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Now, let's go back over here. And I'm going to show you this. Okay. All right. Now, so upon zooming in, we discover that it looks
So
like
it's turning. It looks like it's turning.
There's an interior right there.
Or a reflection.
Could be. Let's take a look. Or a hand moving up. That's why it looks like that there is a occupant. Let's go back again. Keep it going. Keep it going and see, look at that head. That head right there looks pretty dang common. Right
I'm
there.
not seeing that. Maybe I can't. I don't have a.
No, I think no. You're fine. Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's right. Now let's go back. I'm gonna go all the way back here. There we go. Oh, right up here. See how this goes up beside it.
There's another part of this whole thing. I mean, it looks like a brass ring sometimes when you look at it. Awesome.
Yes. That it does. That it does. Now, here is, see now, that kind of puts it more into focus. Whoop. Oh yeah, here's the other close-up.
So the point of this, for people that are just seeing this, I don't know, if you haven't been watching it, is that this is something that showed up. Is this a nighttime?
Yeah, this is at night.
Okay.
Now, this one, this is where it starts to look kind of weird, because if you look at the bottom, I call it maybe the feet tend to look kind of, I don't know, they're kind of pixelated, kind of weird, but.
Well, I think what's important here is that we can speculate, but one thing for sure, we are looking at something that was in the sky.
Yes.
And that's what the show is about today. Whether we know what it is or not is not necessarily the headline here. The headline,
right?
This was up in the sky, and you captured it.
Correct, and that's the best thing. I love the way you just described that, because that's the mantra of Objects and Orbs. I don't ever say what it is, where it is. Well, I mean, I'll tell you where I videoed it, but I'm not going to say, oh, this is where it came from, or this is why they're here. I can tell you a little bit why they're here. That could be a whole nother show. Now this. So the thing is with this too is I haven't even really got to the really juicy part in the fact that me and my wife call them now. We summon them. Would you like? Let me show you since this seems to be working okay. Yeah, we. All right, here we go. This is called requests and dedications, just like that. So here we go. As soon as these, now watch the title, you'll notice that it's 1 minute and 55 seconds. Watch how fast they come. Here goes. Is anybody here who can fly by? You can see. You know, you're out there. My name is Les. And we'd like to just be able to see you. We see you just about every night. Can you show yourself to us? And there we go. I like to show the world that you're here.
So what we're looking at right now is what you believe you summoned?
Yes, that's one of them.
Here, just like that.
My wife summons him now too. Wow. This is a different video. Wow. Wow. Wow, it's beautiful. Look at that. And a lot of times they just wait for us. There's another one.
Out to Deanna.
So the reason why I call it requests and dedications is because we request them and then I ended up dedicating them to people. I even have somebody dedicate me one. That was kind of cool lately.
Just like that. There you go.
That's Vega. So that's Vega. Okay, so I also use a sky map, and then I aim my phone up to the sky, and that's also free. So I know that that's Vega, and generally Altair is there, but here goes.
Let's go leave Vega in the middle there for a minute. That way, you know it's not moving. So anything that is moving will look different. Like that. Just like that.
So knowing the different parts of the constellation is very important because you're able to make a decision as to whether you're looking at a star versus a moving object.
Correct. And then this is another one that I'm really happy about. So this is at my mom's house. This is the full video. So I'm gonna let you just we'll take a look at it.
I'm getting a video of it. Hey, can you go get my mom? Hey, Mom? We just called that within seconds, and it looks like something interesting.
I'm going to pause it. So as I was walking out the door, I basically said this. I was like, is there anybody who can fly by? We would like to be able to see you. We know that you're there. And we're very thankful that you do that, and we're just very grateful. And thank you so much. And as I did that, I was walking out the door. Then this appeared. Sorry, that was my wife.
Hey, Mom, can I get this real quick? Look straight out above the trees. You see that white blob thing in the sky? See it straight above?
Which tree, honey?
The middle tree. Look,
Big one?
this middle one.
See that white?
One. See that white thing above it?
Look here what I'm looking at. Look at my phone, what I'm looking at.
All right.
You see that up there?
It's right
Yes.
out there.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We don't know what that is.
I don't either.
That just came and I just called it.
It just, he said, is somebody going to come by tonight? And then we seen that sitting
My
there.
gosh.
Yeah.
That's not a cloud,
Mm-mm.
is it?
No.
No,
That's bulla bulla.
that's something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Not a satellite either.
No. So let's rewind this. So that way, so at least you can hear the eyewitness from that was my mom, who's lived there since 1993. So this is her backyard. So you would think, okay, she's seen a few planes. Okay, but here's what I'm going to do. We're going to take a look. And I'm going to bring this down here. Now, this is only 5 miles from where I live. Okay, there we go. Now this, if I could probably do a screen capture of that. And we can always...
Go ahead. Go
okay,
ahead.
so screen. Okay. All right. I hope I'm not eating up your time. Okay, let me.
It's our time. Hey, it's our time, not mine.
Okay. All right. Well, just cut me off. I'm like, dude, you're like the long-winded.
I will.
All right.
Let's go ahead and do a screen capture and.
Okay. All right. So, I forgot. Yeah. See, I appreciate you kind of keeping me in line here. Edit placed. Yeah. All right. No. Yeah. If we could get some ADHD meds for adults in Georgia, that'd be wonderful. Okay. So I'm going to hit file save as. Okay. And then we're going to do clipboard 4. All right. So now we still have the others. Now, if you think, well, the others, shoot, how many did we just do? That's kind of awesome if you think about it, because a lot of people, they don't see UFOs because they're always looking down. So you always need to look up when you go outside, and just when you call them to say, hey, I'm coming out, I'd like to be able to see you. And I promise, let me go back over here to my podcast. Oh yeah, podcast. Okay, and that was and just be sincere when you ask them, and they'll know.
Let me make a suggestion.
Yes.
If that's the screenshot.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you crop it?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
In Photoshop, over in the left side, not there. There's a little. No. It's you're up in the top. Let go.
Oh, I see. Oh.
There's a toolbar. See the one crop
right here.
When you click on it, it'll give you an outline of the cropping.
Yes, that's what this is. So like I can do a edit cut or edit.
No, you're still in the wrong. Okay.
And then just do another one, or?
Okay, that's fine. Now,
yeah. So I can do file new.
Do you know where it went?
Yeah, edit paste. Boom, there we go.
Okay, so then the other one you can get rid of.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So now that you have it that size, it's going to be easier to do work with it, because it won't take as many megs or gigabytes of RAM, because you've cut down on almost 2/3 of the territory.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yes, I appreciate that.
So
and
now you can go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, and so even the RGB on this is 8, so yeah, and which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. So now, what would you suggest we do to try to? Do you think we should lighten the sky?
Yeah, you can either darken it, or I think darkening is probably what you want to do.
Okay, so let's do edit adjustments, and then let's do the brightness. Okay, and yeah. Oh, wow. 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 Like all the way down. And then what about the contrast?
Well, the contrast will have an effect on that. So you can move that also.
Oh. Wow. Whoa. Okay.
And then you can go ahead and now brighten what you just did, so that you can kind of get both together, but a little brighter.
Okay.
and then you can do the contrast a little more now.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, kind of doing a little stepping stone.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now that you have that, now you can go over to what was that one that I used before? Filter.
Okay, so hit OK, and then image filter. I know
No,
filter, yes.
Okay, and then go to smart. You go to
The smart sharpen. Okay.
And
Oh, wow.
that'll stay what you had left it at before.
Yeah, wow, okay.
You can see that here's what's happening. And this is why I suggested cropping, is because it's doing everything to all the territory there. So the less territory you have, the more you're going to get what you're looking for.
Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, right. I get that. So I should take the original and then just crop it from that original size. I see what you're saying, because that just okay. Well, you just taught me well on this. So okay. Well,
but anyway, the bottom line is now you could do you could make it bigger.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I don't know.
I guess what we'll do is we'll have to leave the show.
No, that's
Everybody's trying to figure out where we're going with that. Now it's gone, but it's not really gone, because it's actually on tape here, or whatever you want to call this.
Yeah.
So this was a really interesting show, Les.
Thank you.
There's no place to end it, because there's no end to this stuff. So I'll say yes. What would you like to say to those people that are watching and enjoyed themselves today? What would you like to finish with? Just tell them something.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. So go to my YouTube channel, Objects and Orbs, and look it up. I'm literally posting something almost every other day, because with my new computer, I am able to look at the videos sharper now. And be able to see stuff just like we did with the other one a moment ago, and be able to zoom in on it and that kind of thing. So I'm literally posting videos every other day, which is pretty cool. And also, if you would like to get a hold of me, just go to, just email me, objectsandorbs@gmail.com. You can do that as well. And I can show you how to set things up. I can even give you links to my files on exactly step by step how to do it with the apps and all of that too. So, but the main thing is it's all about teaching people and being able to remove that stigma of, if you've seen something, then once again, if you've seen something, say something about it. You might have a couple people laugh at you, but you're going to have more people that come out of the woodwork and be like, you know what? Yeah, I've seen the same thing too. And that's how,
if you see it, show it.
right. Yes. So don't let the people who laugh at you, the reason why they're laughing is probably, one, because they've had an experience and they don't know how to handle it, or two, they haven't had an experience yet, but the last laugh, unfortunately, is going to be on them. Unfortunately.
All right. Les, thanks so much for being
welcome.
on the show. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening to the Timeless Voyager series. It's on video players like YouTube, and, of course, audio players like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. One thing that you can do to support the growth of the Timeless Voyager series is to hit that like button, share, comment, and please subscribe. Subscribing is very important. My next milestone is 1,000 subscribers, and you can help by just hitting that subscribe button. It triggers algorithms, and that helps to grow the Timeless Voyager channel. And most importantly, subscribing is free and easy to do. That's what's important here. My name is Bruce Stephen Holmes. I hope that your own personal voyage through life towards the development of your highest potential is a joyous and successful one.
See the light, see the light. The light exists where you don't see the light. Father, mother, sister, planets too. They all see the light and they follow you. Hear the light, hear the light. Thunder clapping in the dead of night. Father, mother, sister, planets too. They all hear the light and they follow you. Feel the light, feel the light. Warm and tender, so we feel alright. Father, mother, sister, planets too.